Here's the secret to how I stay consistent on content without burning out. I have a content calendar and I plan it out for 90 days, usually in advance. So I want to show you how you can create a 90-day content calendar because I know how much it saves me time, saves me stress, and then you won't have to ever worry about what you should be posting, stressing out about getting that Instagram post out, or should you be going Pinterest, or editing that video last minute for YouTube. We all know consistency is what can drive our growth on so many social media platforms. So let's start planning. My name is Trina. If you are new here, and this channel is for business owners, content creators, and entrepreneurs who want to grow a business they love without burning out. If you want to learn all about my content creation tips and tricks, make sure you subscribe to this channel because we've got a lot more coming up. Now, when it comes to planning out your content, I highly suggest getting digital here. I love a paper planner as much as you. In fact, I have a passion planner that I'm going to be using in 2021, but I do not use this for content creation and planning out my content. So I'm going to walk you through how I use Asana to do this, but if you're on another project management tool like Trello, ClickUp, or even Monday, you can do this exact same process on whatever project management tool that you have. And the best part is Asana is free, Trello is free. I'm sure some of those other options are free, so you can totally get started and set up this calendar for yourself here today for free and start mapping out your 90 days. This is literally going to be a workshop for you. Grab a paper and pen, pull up your Asana or your project management tool, and let's start doing this. Just so you can get an example of why I use a digital project management tool is because you can see everything is perfectly color coded in here. This is back in July. You can see that the blue is our LinkedIn strategy, the pink is our IG content, the orange is our IGTV content, the red is our YouTube content. And so having this all color coded in a content plan not only helps me know it needs to go out, but if you do have an assistant or you are able to bring in a virtual assistant, it makes it super easy. So let's start building this out for you from scratch. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new project, and I like to keep it under my sales and marketing project as a whole because my content is what drives my sales and marketing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up here, I'm gonna add plus, and going to do a blank project. Again, if you're in Trello, you can do a blank board, however you wanna do that. And I'm just gonna do content calendar. I'm just gonna make it test content calendar. And like I said, I like this set up as a calendar to look at, but I do create it as a board. So let's set up this as a board real quick. Now I'm gonna do different columns for the different platforms, but I also need an idea column. So what I'm gonna do here is put content ideas, and you can see specifically for my YouTube calendar, this is where we keep all of our ideas right here, okay? So this is really important if you're ever struggling about what to write about, what ideas you have. I keep all the ideas that I get from my email list, from comments on YouTube, from Instagram messages, all on here, so I always have a library. If we go back to our test content calendar, go ahead and put those content ideas there. Every card that you create can be a different idea. So let's just say this video, 90-day content plan, coming up with content ideas. So these would just be different ideas that I'm starting with. Then what I'm going to add here, since YouTube is the hub of all my content, this is gonna be the first column that I create. So this is gonna be YouTube. And then we do a lot on Instagram as well. That's kind of my secondary platform for YouTube that I have to show up for. Pinterest right now is huge for me, but a lot of that is automated. And so I don't have to do much with that, but Instagram I do. So I'm gonna do Instagram stories. And then I'm gonna do Instagram TV or lives. Next thing I'm gonna add is Instagram Reels, which I wanna get better with in 2021. And finally, I'm gonna do Instagram feed. Now, that looks like a lot of content, but there are ways that we can repurpose and simplify our life. So right now we have YouTube, Instagram, and the next one that I wanna do is Facebook and LinkedIn. And if you're sleeping on LinkedIn, it is such a hot platform. I would check out Cassandra Thompson. I will link her below about all things LinkedIn, because if you are a business owner, LinkedIn is where the people that have money are. And so if you need clients or students, having a LinkedIn strategy is going to be really important for you. So we have all of our different platforms here. Again, you can do Pinterest, you can do Snapchat, TikTok, whatever you want to add, but we're first creating this system. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a templated card. Hold on real quick because I'm going to show you how this starts to get color coded. So I'm just going to say YouTube template. And then in here, I'm going to add a tag to make this color coded. So you can start to type in a YouTube video, but we already have this done. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that in there. And let's say, for example, we duplicate this and say YouTube video 1. And we're gonna make YouTube video 1 due on January 6th. Then when we click over to our calendar and we go to January, right there. So you'll see that this is the tag color. That blue is the color of the project. So you can see this is the project that we're in. And if you assign this to yourself, it will then show up in your task. And this is why I love Asana. There's a lot more Asana tutorials that could totally be dove into. Let me know if that's something that you're interested in on how I'm using Asana. Type Asana tutorials below and I can definitely add that to my content calendar. But this is how we start building this out. Now, if we go to board, you want to do Instagram stories. So what I like to do with Instagram stories, I've used Alex Beeden's project storyline to come up with ideas. Literal game changer. What you also want to think about is Instagram stories that relate to your video that week. So let's say my video for the first week of January is about goal setting. So I know maybe Monday of that week, which is the first Monday back, everybody is going to be coming back to work from the holidays. So let's talk about my 2021 goals. And so I know that this is going to be assigned to me, and I want to talk about this on Monday. And then I can come in here and add that tag to make it an Instagram story color. So we're gonna go in here, we're gonna go ahead and create a tag for Instagram stories. We're gonna make it pink. I can then add in here what I want to talk about. I can add what goals I want to talk about, how many stories it needs to be. Again, we're thinking about planning this all in advance so we can plan 90 days at a time. What's also going to be very helpful, if we go back to this calendar and we're looking at January, I would highly suggest thinking about a theme for that entire month. So for me, January's theme may be goal setting and planning. Knowing that January is my theme of planning and goal setting, that's what my content's going to revolve around here. LinkedIn, Instagram lives, all of that. Maybe in February then, because I know I have something coming up that I'm going to be launching at the end of February, I need to build up to that. So all my content is going to revolve around video content, types of video content that you can create, how to create video content. So my entire theme for February is going to be about video content. And then in March, again, I'm currently doing this right now, planning, so I don't have a March plan yet. But let's say in March, I want to open the doors to my program, Video Strategy Academy. So I may talk about client success stories, student success stories. I may give sneak peeks inside of it, or I may release a video of an actual training inside of Video Strategy Academy. I may want to talk about why video content is so important, how you can get started on YouTube, so I can talk about those next steps. So those would be kind of my 3 themes to make sure all my content is talked about during that time. So then what you can come back to help you remind yourself, you could add another column and do themes and slide this back over here just to remind yourself, right? You may say, once you look at all your content ideas and see how you can start grouping them together, you may just want to remind yourself and say January, goal setting. February, video creation or video content. March may be about YouTube and why video content. So that helps you start to build that out. And you have these started. You would want to do each one of these templates. So this would need to be a template. Remember to create your template so you can easily just duplicate it over and over again. But you also want to go into your calendar and think about dates that may be coming up. So remember, in February, we have Valentine's Day here on the 14th. So that could help you come up with content ideas there. We also know that Martin Luther King Day is, I believe, the 18th of January. And then, of course, in March, we also have St. Patrick's Day, which I don't have the right date for, but you would want to add that in there because then you could start creating content around these holidays. I also want you to think about, what do you have going on in that month? Like I said, I am launching a summit, spoiler alert, and we are going live these days. So I know that my content this whole week needs to be promoting my summit. And it also means that a lot of this needs to be promoting my summit as well to get more people to sign up for it and hear about it. Then let's say I'm going to launch Video Strategy Academy here. So I know that the doors may be open here and the doors will close here. And I know what all my content needs to be in between here. So once you kind of have these anchor dates and these anchor events, then you can start coming back to your board and start filtering in those content ideas. So again, if we had, let's use this again, we'll do a template. Okay, so we got 4 different YouTube video ideas. Let's go ahead and assign these to date so we can look at these on the calendar real quick. Now we're gonna pop over to the calendar and we can see these right here. Now remember, we're keeping in mind what our theme is and what we have coming up in those months. So maybe this video idea that I have is more about creating Instagram live content. And I know that actually will feed in better with my February content when I'm talking about the importance of video content. So I just click on this and I may drag this down to where I think it fits in better. So you can start to really map out those 3 months. For me, I always like to have my YouTube videos planned first, and then that helps me figure out what I'm talking about on the rest of my social platforms. So if we go back to our board, we have our YouTube videos done. Let's just put these in chronological order. So I know January 6th, I need to be talking on Instagram about that video, because for me, when I publish a video, I like to promote it on all my platforms and send people over there. I know for Instagram TV, maybe I'm repurposing that. And what I like to do is repurpose these YouTube videos on Instagram on Saturday, because I feel like my audience is more likely to watch an IGTV on a Saturday when they have more time. So I know that, let's say YouTube video idea 1 is here. So we're gonna put YouTube video idea on IGTV here. And this is again gonna be on that Saturday. And we're gonna change the tag so it stays color coded up here. We'll go to add tags, Instagram TV. Go ahead and add that. We can change the color. And then I can just do this across the board, right? I can duplicate this, YouTube video idea 2 on IGTV. And remember, I totally forgot to add these as templates, but you want to add them as templates so you don't have to keep adding that tag. Once you create a template like this one, you'll just come to these 3 dots and then you'll duplicate it. This is on the 9th. We're going to say, okay, the next video is, we didn't have that in chronological order, January 13th. So if that video is January 13th, I know this goes live on the 16th. Again, if we go back to our calendar, and I have weekends turned off right now, so if we turn weekends on, you can start to see how this really builds out. I personally like to do Instagram stories every day, if not every other day, so then I would need to start coming up with Instagram stories. So let's say for here, we're gonna say YouTube promo, and we wanna come in here, and we wanna add that tag for Instagram stories. I also like to think about different themes for the week. So IGTV is on Saturday. I'm considering in the new year having an IG live every single Wednesday. Thinking about maybe like Wind Down Wednesday, but I know Amy Landino does that, or maybe Real Talk Wednesday. So I may think about what is a topic that I want to do here. And so Instagram live, again, I'll come in here. I will change the tag to Instagram live and add any content ideas I have there. I know on Thursdays, again, you guys are getting a real sneak peek into my plan for 2021. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm thinking about doing a podcast and recording these podcasts on Facebook so that I have Facebook content too. So I may do Facebook podcast recording, and we're gonna come in here. We're gonna change this tag to Facebook. And now I can see in a color-coded form how this can really start to map out. Now, I will suggest that it'll probably take you about a day to fill this all out for 90 days. But think about it. Once you fill this out, once you spend an entire day or maybe 2 days on it, you're done for 90 days. 90 days. So how I would suggest doing this in sequential order. First, I want you to go into your board and I want you to come up with 3 themes for the 3 months, okay? Because it's just gonna help you come up with content ideas. So take a look at all your content ideas and see how you can start to group them together in each month, all right? Then I want you to think about your pillars. YouTube video is going to be your pillars for your themes. So once you come up with your YouTube video ideas and you have them here in your calendar, then you can start to map out your other topics. I will tell you that my Instagram stories will relate to my YouTube content, but my podcast recordings and Instagram Live are going to be a little bit different because I want my Instagram Live series to touch base on more things like business and planning and work-life balance. But for my YouTube channel, it is niche, it's specific. So I need to stay on board with my YouTube content, a specific niche. And so I know on Wednesdays, I got that YouTube video. My Instagram story is gonna promo it. I know my newsletter is gonna promo the YouTube video 1. We'll come in here. We'll go right up here and we'll add a tag, newsletter. Go ahead and color code that however you want. You can add that then as a column as well if you send out weekly newsletter. Maybe this is also a blog post for you. So you know Wednesdays are your heavy content days, but then you can start repurposing them, right? Because you know your Instagram TV video goes out here. Maybe you even repurpose it on Facebook on Thursday. So instead of doing a podcast recording, you just repurpose your YouTube video on Facebook on Thursday. So you have such free range and creativity to use this, but this is what I love doing, being able to sit down and knowing, okay, today I gotta do this. And so if I would go to my tasks on December 1st, let's do that. I see, okay, in the content calendar, which is blue, I have an Instagram story. And then I just click on this, it'll be mapped out, pull my phone out, instantly do that Instagram story. If you have an Instagram feed post here instead, you're like, oh, Instagram feed post, come in here, copy, paste it, post it when you can. Like I said, I do recommend setting this all up with your ideas, then creating the actual content. So if we go to our content calendar and we're looking at it as a calendar again, get the outline done. Get the topics determined first for your 90 days, all right? Get your theme, get your topic, know what you're posting when, then start writing your content. So maybe day 1 is getting it all mapped out, and then day 2 is writing and scripting all that content to make your life easier. Now, I've mentioned this a couple times, but the only way I'm able to stay consistent here is by batching content. If you want to see exactly how I batch an entire month's worth of YouTube content in just one day, make sure you watch the video that I have on your screen right now, because I go just into detail in that video as I did here to help you start batching YouTube videos as part of your content plan. Okay, then let me know below if you're mapping out your 90-day plan right now after watching this. Pop in 90-day plan in the comments and I will see you in that next video.